We have moved into the FM 101.9 Music Hall, and our guest this afternoon, Loudon Wainwright III, who has been entertaining folks with his unique brand of musical humor for over, hard to believe, 25 years since your first
Quarter
album
of a
came out.
century, Michael. Oh, boy.
Is there a way of designating that anniversary, the 25th?
Well, actually, I put out an
golden?
album. It's a silver, isn't it? 25 is silver.
Silver anniversary. There you go.
Yeah, I put out a live album 2 years ago to commemorate that landmark, and
Well, congratulations.
thanks.
Loudon probably best known for a top 20 single he had back in 1972. You may remember it. It was called Dead Skunk. Dead Skunk in the middle of the road.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm a big fan. It's an honor for me to be.
Sing it, Mike. Come on.
I just may later on. I just may.
Acapella, acapella.
Since then, Loudon has expressed a variety of obsessions in his music, including a strong desire to be more famous. You wrote a song some years ago about wanting to be on MTV.
Yeah.
Remember that? Did you ever make it?
I did. I wrote a song about Jesse Helms called Jesse Don't Like It, and we made a video of it, and it got one airplay on
One
MTV.
spin.
And then they said, get that thing off the air. Get it out of the rotation.
Loudon has a couple of performances over the next couple days. Tonight, doing an in-store appearance at Hear Music.
Yeah.
9 o'clock tonight.
9 o'clock.
And that's free, I gather.
Well, unless people want to throw some money into the hat.
We'll have the hat open.
The
I'm
several
sure.
hats that the area will be festooned with hats.
Also appearing at the Troubadour tomorrow night, a room
That's
that I'm
going to
sure
cost you, folks.
And I'm sure you played there before.
Yeah. Doug Weston and I almost slept together once.
Loudon's new album is called Grown Man, and I suspect we're going to hear a song from it now, live in the music hall.
Live in the music hallway, I'd say.
You got it. You understand. Loudon Wainwright III here on FM 101.9.
Yeah, well, this is a song that we're hoping that this is going to be a smash hit single. Well, it's about you see, I'm riding around in this car with this woman that I am particularly close to, a couple of times a week at least. But I am noticing that she is looking out of the window, noticing other women. You know how this one is. What a nice outfit, nice hair. I said, babe, what's the deal? You're noticing all these other chicks. Maybe you're a lesbian. You know what I mean, Mike? Well, she looks at me and she says, I wish I was a lesbian. Now, at that point, I wanted to say, you mean you wish you were a lesbian? Because grammatically, hegavum. But I decided to let it slide. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers. Boy, she got some feathers. But, you know, are the phones lighting up yet?
You're okay.
Who have we offended yet? But, you know, that, Mike, I want to tell you, that sentence, that retort, I wish I was a lesbian, it kind of stuck in the old Loudon's mind. It lodged there. And later, this tune sprang forth, fully blown. I wish I was a lesbian and not a hetero. I wouldn't have to mess with men and all their come and go, and all that awful facial hair and yucky machismo. Oh, I wish I was a lesbian and not a hetero. I wish I was a lesbian and that I wasn't straight. I would sleep with women only. Man, it would be great. I could throw away my diaphragm. I wouldn't want to mate. Oh, I wish I was a lesbian and that I wasn't straight. Hey! It's kind of catchy, huh? It's going to be an anthem, Mike. I wish I was a lesbian, I'd like to be a dyke. I would hang with Katie Lang, Mel Gibson, take a hike. I think it would be nice to love someone who was alike. Oh, I wish I was a lesbian, I'd like to be a dyke. I wish I was a lesbian, that's why this song is sung. It shouldn't have to matter how someone is hung. Other things are more important, like how to use your tongue. I wish I was a lesbian, that's why this song is sung. A lot of airplay on this one. Very late at night.
Very good.
Oh, is that it?
No.
Oh, another verse.
Wait, the album.
Yes?
The album's called Grown Man, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I just wanted to clear that up.
Grown up kind of guy. I wish I was a lesbian. I know it's sad but true, but maybe I might understand you guys and all you do. But if I was a lesbian, I wouldn't have to. video, thank you. The guys like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
The video is going to be fabulous, Mike. We're going to get those gals that Robert Palmer uses, the ones that don't
the
play
one
the
with
instruments.
The slick dresses.
Yeah, those. And it's going to be big. And
I don't think he's used those women in a while.
Well, I'm in a time warp, Mike.
Loudon Wainwright III here at FM 101.9. Again, that tune from an album that's called Grown Man.
Yes.
We understand. And a lot of airplay on that one, we expect. I wish I was a lesbian. But on you actually...
Yeah, I just do the...
IWIWAL.
Yeah, it's a Prince thing,
You've done that before, though.
Yeah, I have done that before.
Johnny Cash recorded one of your songs
He did.
On his last album, the real sparse acoustic record that
American
he made.
That's what that record's called.
What did you think of his version of The Man Who Couldn't Cry?
I thought it was great. I mean, there's 2 live tracks on that record, and The Man That Couldn't Cry is one of them, and he got the laughs. I mean, you can hear the people in the Viper Room, which is where they recorded it, laughing. I didn't know the guy in black could do the shtick stuff, but he was great.
Is he one of the greatest legends that's ever done your songs?
I'd say he'd have to be the greatest.
The ultimate?
My ex-wife did one of my tunes, but she doesn't loom that large in the legendary category. But Johnny's right up there.
Thinking about that song, The Man Who Couldn't Cry, kind of reminds me that, well, people generally think of you as a kind of a comic songwriter. There's actually a poignant and sensitive side to a lot of your writing. Do you think that you've been unfairly pigeonholed, or is this...
Hey, there's no justice in this business, Mike. No, look, I get and don't get everything and nothing that... I get what I deserve. I've encouraged and discouraged. I'm just out here writing these things and singing them. Some of them are serious. In fact, they're all serious. I'm serious in that lesbian song. I want to tell you. A lot of, when I wrote Dead Skunk, people would come up and say, hey, that Dead Skunk song, that's about Richard Nixon, isn't it? And I said, you're damn right it is, and don't you forget it.
Could you play us a version of The Man Who Couldn't Cry? It's a wonderful song. I'd love to hear it.
Okay.
Loudon Wainwright III at FM 101.9.
There once was a man who just couldn't cry. He hadn't cried for years and for years. Napalmed babies of the movie Love Story, for instance, could not produce tears. As a child he had cried as all children will. But at some point his tear ducts ran dry. He grew to be a man. The feces hit the fan. Things got bad, but he couldn't cry. His dog was run over. His wife up and left him. After that he got sacked from his job. Lost his arm in the war. Was laughed at by a whore. But still not a sniffle or sob. His novel was refused and his movie was panned. His big Broadway show was a flop. He was sent off to jail. You guessed it, no bail. But still not a dribble or drop. In jail he was beaten, bullied and buggered, and made to make license plates. Water and bread was all he was fed, and not once did a tear stain his face. Doctors were called in and scientists too. Theologians were last and practically least. They all agreed, sure enough, this was sure no cream puff, but in fact an insensitive beast. He was removed from jail, placed in a place for the insensitive and the insane. He made lots of friends, and he played lots of chess, and he wept every time it would rain. Once it rained 40 days and it rained 40 nights. He cried and 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 he cried. On the 41st day, he passed away. He just dehydrated and died. Well, he went up to heaven, located his dog. Not only that, he rejoined his arm. Down below, all the critics, they took it all back. Cancer robbed the whore of her charm. His ex-wife died of stretch marks. His ex-employer went broke. The theologians were finally found out, right down to the ground. The prison burned down. The earth suffered perpetual drought.
Loudon Wainwright III with a version of one of his tunes, The Man Who Couldn't Cry. In town for a show tonight at Hear Music, an in-store performance at 9 o'clock, Troubadour tomorrow night. Can we get some Dead Skunk?
Okay, Mike.
Let's do some Dead Skunk.
Will you sing it with me, babe?
I'll do my best.
Crossing the highway late last night. Should've looked left, should've looked right. Didn't see the station wagon car. Skunk got squashed in there. Here we go. You got a dead skunk. Mike, you're nice in the middle of the road. Come on.
Hear it out.
Dead skunk. And you people in your cars, come on. Dead skunk in the middle of. You're not gonna take it anymore, are you? Take a whiff on me, that ain't no rose. Roll up your window and hold your nose. You don't have to look, you don't have to see. You can feel it in your olfactory. You got a dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle. Oh, it's 1972 all over again. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Stinking to high heaven. There you got your dead cat and you got your dead dog on a moonlight night. You got your dead toad frog, you got your dead rabbit, your dead raccoon. Blood and the guts are gonna make you swoon. You got a dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Stinking to high heaven. Just like we rehearsed it, Mike. Incredible. You know, you could sing professionally, Michael.
Thank you very much, but no thanks.
You've got that Philly
We'll leave
white
that to
soul
you.
thing here.
Thanks. Loudon Wainwright III, once again, congratulations on 25 wonderful years in music, and may you have at least 25 more. On the new album, Grown Man, which
you.
is in stores already or will be soon?
It's there. It better be there or I'm going to be... Yes, it's there.
Once again, Hear Music tonight, a free in-store performance on the Promenade at Santa Monica, 9 o'clock tonight, and then at the Troubadour tomorrow night. Loudon, once again, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure, Michael.